wonderful English learners. Welcome back to Beyond Words. I am Jessica, your English friend, and I am so excited to be with you today for our podcast.
How was your week? Did you have a busy week? Or was it a quiet week? Did you do your homework from the last episode? Remember, I asked you to open Google Maps. I asked you to find a hotel in Paris or Tokyo or Bali. Did you do it? Did you pretend to check in? Did you say, "I'd like a room"? If you did, I am so proud of you. Using your imagination is the best way to learn. If you didn't do it, don't worry, I forgive you. But you have to promise to do it later, okay? In our last episode, we were travelers. We packed our bags. We went to the airport. We learned boarding pass. We learned how to be polite with "could I have?" and the lazy, cool way to order "I'd like." But today is a very special episode. Today, we are not just travelers. Today, we are foodies. Do you know the word foodie? Foodie? A foodie is someone who loves food, someone who loves to eat, to taste, to smell delicious things. Are you hungry? I hope you are hungry, because today we are going to a restaurant. Close your eyes for a moment. Trust me, close them. Imagine you are walking down a street in New York City, or maybe London. It is evening, the street lights are glowing, the air is cool. Suddenly you smell something amazing. What is that? Is it garlic? Is it melted cheese? Is it grilled meat? You see a beautiful door. You hear music coming from inside. Jazz music. Doon, 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 doon. You hear the sound of glasses clinking. Clink, clink. You hear people laughing. You are hungry. You want to go inside, but you are nervous. How do I ask for a table? How do I read the menu? What if I order the wrong thing? What if I have to pay? Open your eyes. Do not be afraid. By the end of this hour, you will be a master of the restaurant. You will know how to order the perfect steak. You will know how to send back cold soup. You will know how to tip like a pro. We are going to take this slowly, step by step, bite by bite. Are you ready to eat? Let's go. Okay, let's start at the beginning. You walk through the door. Usually, there is a person standing at a small podium or desk. This person is called the host or the hostess. Their job is to find you a table. They will ask you one very important question. Listen carefully. Do you have a reservation? Reservation. RESERVATION. This means, did you book a table before you came? Scenario A, you have a reservation. If you called yesterday, you say, "Yes, I have a reservation under your name." Under means the name written in their book. Let's practice. Say it slowly with me. Yes, I have a reservation under Jessica. Now use your name. Ready? Go. Excellent. I have a reservation under. Scenario B, you do not have a reservation. We call this being a walk-in. You just walked in. If you don't have a reservation, you need to ask for a table. Don't say, "I want a table." Too direct, too rude. Remember our polite phrases? Could we have, or I'd like. But here is the most common phrase. a table for 2, please, or a table for 3, please. Simple, right? A table for number, please. Let's practice. Imagine you are with your best friend. There are 2 of you. The hostess looks at you. She says, "Do you have a reservation?" You say, "No, a table for 2, please." Try it. Go. Very good. A table for 2. Now, sometimes the hostess will ask you a preference question. Would you like to sit inside or outside? Inside or outside? Or maybe booth or table. A booth is those comfortable seats that look like a sofa, usually against the wall. Very cozy. A table is just a normal table with chairs in the middle of the room. If you want to be romantic, maybe you want a booth. So you say, "A booth, please." Repeat, "A booth, please." Okay, the hostess smiles. She grabs 2 menus. She says, "Right this way." Follow her. You are sitting down. The chair is comfortable. The atmosphere is nice. The waiter comes to your table. Usually, the first thing they ask about is drinks. Can I get you started with something to drink? Now, in many countries, water is simple, just water. But in fancy restaurants or in Europe, water is a serious question. The waiter might ask, still, sparkling, or tap. Let's break this down. Still water is water in a bottle with no bubbles. Usually, you pay for this. Sparkling water is water with gas, bubbles, like soda water. You pay for this, too. Tap water is water from the sink, filtered. In places like the USA, UK, Australia, this is free. If you want to save money or you just want normal water, you must say, "Just tap water, please." Repeat after me. Be specific. Just tap water, please. Now, let's order something else. Maybe you want a Coke or an iced tea. Remember our friend from the last episode? I'd like an iced tea. But today, I want to teach you a new phrase. It is very common in America. I'll have. I'll. I''ll, short for I will. I'll have the lemonade. I'll have a coffee. It sounds very decisive, very confident. Let's practice. I am the waiter. What would you like to drink? You say, "I'll have a Coke, please." Ready? Go. I'll have a Coke, please. Great. Now you have the menu in your hands. It is big. There are so many words. Don't panic. English menus are usually divided into 3 parts. Part 1, appetizers, or sometimes called starters. Appetizers. These are small plates. You eat them before the big meal, like soup, salad, or calamari. Part 2, entrees, or main courses. This is the big food, the steak, the pasta, the burger, the fish. Part 3, sides. These are extra small things. French fries, steamed vegetables, mashed potatoes. Let's pretend looking at the menu. I see Caesar salad under appetizers. I see grilled salmon under mains. I see garlic bread under sides. The waiter comes back. He has his pen ready. Are you ready to order? If you are not ready, say, "Can we have a few more minutes, please?" This is a lifesaver. Don't feel rushed. Take your time. Repeat, "Can we have a few more minutes?" But today we are hungry. We are ready. You want the steak. Let's order the steak. This is a classic English test, ordering a steak. You say, "I'll have the steak." The waiter will immediately ask, "How would you like that cooked?" Or simply, "How would you like it?" He is asking about the temperature, the color inside the meat. You have 4 main choices. Listen closely. Rare. It is red and cool in the middle, very bloody. Medium rare. The most popular. It is red and warm in the middle, soft and juicy. Medium. It is pink in the middle, not red, pink. Well done. No pink. It is brown all the way through, very cooked. Personally, I like medium rare, but if you don't like blood, maybe you ask for medium or well done. So, the full sentence structure is, I'll have the food. How cooked? Example, I'll have the New York strip, medium rare, please. Let's practice. This is a long sentence. Imagine the waiter asks you, "And for you, sir, madam?" You want the ribeye steak. You want it medium. Say, "I'll have the ribeye medium, please." Try it. Did you say it? "I'll have the ribeye medium, please." Great. The waiter writes it down, but he is not finished. "And what sides would you like with that?" Usually you get 2 choices, fries, salad, mashed potatoes, veggies. You say, "I'll take the mashed potatoes and the salad." This next part is crucial. Maybe you are allergic to something, or maybe you just hate it. I hate onions. I really do. If there are onions on my burger, I cannot eat it. So we need to make a modification, a change. The magic words are without, no, on the side. Example 1, you hate it. "I'll have the burger, but no onions, please." Or, "I'll have the burger without onions, please." Example 2, allergies. This is for your safety. You must say, "I am allergic to." I'm allergic to peanuts. Is there any peanut in this sauce? I'm allergic to seafood. I'm allergic to dairy. Make sure the waiter hears you. Look at their eyes. I'm allergic to peanuts. Is there any peanut in this sauce? Example 3, on the side. This is a great phrase, on the side. It means don't put the sauce on the food, put it in a small cup next to the food. This is great for salad dressing. I'll have the Caesar salad with the dressing on the side. Let's practice the no onions scenario. You are ordering a sandwich, but you hate mayonnaise. Say, "I'll have the chicken sandwich, no mayonnaise, please." Your turn. No mayonnaise, please. Very clear. Good job. You ordered, the waiter took the menus away. Now you wait, you drink your water, you talk to your friend. The food arrives. It looks delicious, but wait. You ordered the steak medium. You cut into it. It is bloody. It is rare. Oh no. Or maybe the soup is cold, stone cold. Many students are afraid to complain. They think it is rude. It is not rude if you are polite. You are paying for this food. Here is the formula for a polite complaint. "Excuse me," plus, "I'm sorry, but," plus, the problem. Don't say, "This is bad." No. Say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, but this soup is cold." Say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, but I ordered this medium and this is rare." Let's try it. The waiter is walking by. Lift your hand slightly. "Excuse me." I'm sorry, but this is not what I ordered. Try that phrase. It is useful for everything. I'm sorry, but this is not what I ordered. Go. The waiter will say, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Let me fix that for you." See? No fighting, just communication. Now, let's pretend the food is amazing. The waiter comes back. How is everything tasting? You can say, "It's delicious. It's amazing." Or simply, "Everything is great. Thank you." Ah, that was a good meal. You are full. You are happy. Now it is time to go. We need the bill. In America, we usually call it the check. In the UK or Australia, they usually call it the bill. Both are okay. To ask for it, catch the waiter's eye. You can make a small motion with your hand like you are writing on your hand and say, "Check, please," or "Could we have the bill, please?" Now, we must talk about money. We must talk about tipping. This is confusing for travelers. In Japan, you do not tip. In Australia, maybe a little bit, but in the United States, you must tip. It is part of the culture. The waiters depend on it for their salary. If the service was okay, you leave 15 to 20% extra money. If the bill is $100, you leave $115 or $120. Sometimes the service charge is already included. Read the bill carefully. Look for the words gratuity included or service charge included. If you see that, you don't need to add more money. How do you pay? Do you take credit cards? Can we split the bill? Split the bill means you pay half, your friend pays half. Can we split the bill, please? Let's practice the end of the meal. You are full, you are ready to leave. Ask for the check. "Excuse me, could we have the check, please?" And do you take credit cards? Excellent. You pay, you sign the paper, you leave a nice tip. You walk out the door. We did it! We survived the restaurant. Think about what you learned today. You learned how to get a table for two. You learned about water, tap water. You learned how to use confident language, "I'll have." You learned how to cook your steak, medium rare. You learned how to say no to onions, and you learned how to handle the bill. You have all the tools you need. Next time you travel or next time you see an English menu, I want you to feel powerful. Don't be nervous. The waiter is a person. You are a person. Just smile and use your magic words. Here is your homework for this week. It is a delicious homework. I want you to go to YouTube, search for Gordon Ramsay cooking steak or any cooking show in English. Watch how they describe the food. Listen for words like delicious, seasoning, pan, heat. And I want you to find an online menu for a restaurant in New York. Just Google Best Steakhouse New York menu. Read it, pick your meal, say it out loud to your mirror. "I'll have the ribeye, medium rare, with a side of fries, and a Coke, please." Do this 3 times. Next episode. So, we traveled, we ate. What is next? In our next episode, we are going shopping. We are going to buy clothes. We need to learn about sizes, like, does this fit? We need to learn about colors, and most importantly, we need to learn how to ask for a discount. Is this on sale? Get your wallets ready. Thank you for spending this hour with me. I hope you feel more confident. I'm Jessica, your English friend. Eat well, sleep well, and keep practicing. See you next time. Bye-bye.